ready for another video? If you are, then let's go! Okay, so in the last episode we did the prologue and why am I moving again? I did the prologue and the first chapter. This time we are doing the second chapter because it's a little bit longer, so it should take around about the same amount of time. We left off with Ali, who found out that a cat was the reason she had a vibrating head, and then she decided to squeeze his head to see if they purr in his sleep. Anyway, chapter 2. Lynn's lousy idea. Lynn is her sister, by the way. So let's get started. What's up with your hair? You look like you've been dragged through a forest backwards, said my big sister Lynn, staring up at me and wrinkling her nose. Cat slapped on my head. Something you don't normally hear every day. Oh, shrugged Lynn, carrying on buttering her toast. Which one? Which one? You mean you got more than one? Awesome. Colin, piped up my little brother as I sat down at the kitchen table beside him. How did he know that? He wasn't there when it happened. Oh, she says this as well. How did you know that? I asked, rubbing up my nose, but it was tickly with straight cat hairs. Ginger fur stuck on your face, Tom muttered, reaching over and pointed his finger right into my cheek. Oh dear, ginger hairs on your cheek. Oh, and that's Colin's teeth marks. Thank you, pet detective, I mumbled, looking down at the hand that Colin's fangs had dented. Here's the thing, I close my door every night before I go to bed, but always in the morning. Some animals worked magic and wrangled its way in, but usually into some cozy corner. Getting comfy on my head doesn't happen to very often. I can imagine that, because that doesn't sound very comfy at all. Also, if you have any animals and they always get into your room, comment below and let me know. Where was that? Oh yeah. And I include my little brother Torna. Pretty sweet actually. Whenever Tora has nightmares, which isn't often, it isn't my dad or Rowan or Lynn who scampers to. Scampers? It's my bed he ends up curling up at the bottom of, like one of the army of hamsters and gerbils he's got stashed in cages all around his own room. No wonder he can't sleep in his own room very often. I mean, gerbils and hamsters normally make a lot of noise on wheels and stuff, you know. Growing up yet? I asked, helping myself to orange juice from the sticky carton in the middle of the table. I still hadn't figured out what the thing was that I'd forgotten. Maybe when I was more awake, it would come to me. You're joking, aren't you? Haven't you noticed it's only 9:30? Mumbled Lynn with a mouthful. The Queen of Night won't be gracing us with her presence for ages yet. That was true. Rowan never got up much before noon at the weekend, much to our grandma's disapproval and Lynn's, but then Lynn gets snippy and grouchy at Rowan pretty easily. They must be sisters, but then again, sisters get on every now and then. Honestly, my two sisters are about as different as people can get and still be related. Lynn is 17 and sensible and likes everything neat and tidy, organised and lined up with a set square. Believe me, she would if we let her. That sounds a bit thingy to me, like a bit too. Trying to think of the word. Never mind. Which is a bit of a shame for Lynn, since she has to live in a wonky, ramshackle house like ours. I can imagine that is a bit of a problem for someone who's neat and tidy and organised, and yeah. And our family is pretty ramshackle and wonky too, when you think about it, and that doesn't please Lynn too much either. It doesn't sound like she likes her sisters very much. You should see her room. It's on the other side of the attic from mine. Well, mine's painted sky blue. Kind of fitting for an attic room, don't you think? Actually, that is quite fitting, you know. the room closest to the real thing, with posters and pictures and a big old map of the world covering most of the wall space. Oh, I'd love that. Although I don't really like geography, so that wouldn't mean anything to me. When is the exact opposite. Everything's so white and streamlined and minimal. You'd think she'd ironed it all, from the carpet to her textbooks. Sometimes I catch Lennon there, sitting on the window seat and staring out at the view of central London, sprawling away in the distance. And then in approximately 11¼ kilometres, back to Flanders. At times like that, locked away in a little oasis of calm and non-clutter, I get the feeling that the one thing she'd love to do is get away from sleepy Crouch End and us. Oh, she feels like a sister don't love her. Now take Rowan's room. You think our living room's bad with those canary yellow walls? Ew! And the navy woodwork. Yellow walls! I wouldn't be able to have yellow walls, it'd be too bright for me. That was in Mum's choice, by the way. Like every other colour scheme in the house except for our own bedrooms. Well, Rowan's room is something else. At the moment she's painted it raspberry and it's like an explosion in a fairy light factory. Awesome. I like fairy lights. I have fairy lights there, you know. You can't actually see that, but you've seen my fairy lights before. She's got them draped everywhere, from the bay window, around the shelves, the wooden bedhead, and once in and around the door. That doesn't sound too safe. Surely you could get electrocuted at that. I'm just saying. Rowan had just taken a photo of him, all decked out in blinking lights, when Lynn barged in and yanked them off him, accusing Rowan of trying to electrocute our little brother. Of course, she was totally right, in a strictly speaking safety conscious kind of way. But sometimes I think that Lynn doesn't know how to have fun. It doesn't sound like she does. She just sounds like a bit of a square, you know, a bit of a humbug. That's Christmassy. You know what I mean. After all, Thor did look pretty cute and bemused in the photo. He didn't seem to mind too much, but then Thor never grumbled about anything. Really? Because he's never said much. Ever. So he doesn't really say much. If Rowan could get away with wearing fairy lights, I think she'd do it. She's 15 now, but ever since I can remember, show her anything that twinkles and glistens and she's completely sold on it. It's like for the clothes ages ago, she bought all these little old lady beauty cardis for about 0 pence from jumble sales and second-hand shops and wore them all the time. She got loads of weird looks and sniggly comments for us, and then blam! Blam? I thought it was normally bam, but apparently they put an L in it. Everyone from Miss Selfridge to New Look started selling them, and you should see the piles of fashion magazines she got in her room. One stack of Alice comes up to my waist, practically, and they've been sitting there so long she stuck this mad old tasselled table lamp on top. So, my 2 older sisters have got different tastes, but that isn't the main reason Lynn gets bugged by Rowan. The main reason is that Rowan insists on doing the one thing that no one else does. She calls Lynn by her full name. I thought that was her full name. Linny, that's not too bad. Why does Lynn not like that? Linny. Boy, does Lynn hate that name. I remember. Linny! Sounds like a dog's name. Sorry. Lynn. Lynn hates that name. I remember her blowing up at my dad once, saying it was cruel of parents to give their kids weird names. I can't remember how Dad reacted. Probably just nodded and agreed with her. It is his usual way of avoiding arguments. Awesome, you just let them get away with everything because you don't want an argument. That sounds... But I'm with Rowan on this. Not that I'd dream of saying so to Lynn. I think Lenny is really pretty. Sounds like a dog. Still, Lynn hates it so much that she changed it to more normal sounding Lynn. She even went so far as to try and change the spelling to Lyne. But it got too complicated. The name was spelt the old way on everything from the school records to the property of Lenlove. Notes that. Oh, she makes notes. Property of Lenlove. Lenlove. Why would you call your kid that? Notice that she sticks on everything she owns, including her favourite yogurts in the fridge. Ew, yogurts. I don't like yogurts. Honest, I'm not joking. So where's Dad? I asked Lynn, sloppily spreading out peanut butter on my toast. I'll get in the newspaper, said Lynn. And listen, speaking of Dad, I'm a bit worried. Oh no. What's going on? Why is she worried? I paused. Was my forgotten thing something to do with Dad? Nah, that didn't feel right. I carried on with my peanut butter. Worried? How come? I asked her for a mouthful. That sun is so blinding. Oh, God. Mouthful of toast. Oh, we have a problem, she sighed. Houston, we have a problem, muttered Tor in a fake American accent. I can't do an American accent, or else I would have. You watched a program about rocket launches the night before with Dad. Do you want an explanation? No, I didn't. But thank you for telling us anyway. But then, Tor and his little ways don't need explaining if you just grasp the single fact that he's a bit of a space cadet in general. For example, at the moment, I noticed he was drawing a smiley face with his finger in the margarine on his toes, which was completely normal for him. I'm pretty sure most kids would probably do that. I mean, not necessarily for every 7-year-old, but our 7-year-old brother has the habit of moulding all his food into some kind of artwork before he eats it. Most people will normally tell kids off for playing with the food, although they seem to encourage it. That's why he hates soup. It's really hard to do anything artistic with a bowl of mushroom soup. Try it if you don't believe me. No thanks. I don't like soup either, but not because I can't play with it. What kind of problem? I asked my sister doubtfully. The reason I felt a bit doubtful is that Lynn sees practically everything as a problem. Tor merely announced that he found a new walking wounded stray animal to cut up the house with is a major problem. Me leaving my homework till Sunday night is worthy of a drama. Rowan sitting daydreaming instead of taking a turn doing the dishes is virtually an arrestable offence. Lynn gazed at me in despair. I was obviously meant to know something, or be aware of something. Oops. Since I hadn't a clue what that might be, I just gazed back at it, wondering how she always managed to look so unnaturally together first thing in the morning. Oh, I know that too, when people look so good in the morning and I'm just there with messy hair and... It wasn't fair. Her blondish fair hair was dragged neatly back into a ponytail, and unlike me and Tor, who were still in our pyjamas, me baggy drawstring waist trousers and an old t-shirt, Tor a Wallace and Gromit number. Awesome, Tor. You have great taste in pyjamas. Rowan was already dressed in her regulation black trousers. She has about 17,000 pairs, I swear she does. Bit of an exaggeration there, Ali. Grandma always trots out whenever I moan about it. Trots out? What kind of weird... Well, I'll try to be patient, but I don't want to hold my breath. Don't you realise the date? Lynn said wearily, making me flip my gaze back to her face. Ugh. Don't you realise the date? Lynn said wearily, making me flip my gaze back up to her face, smartish. It's Dad's birthday 2 weeks tomorrow. And it's his 40th. What on earth are we going to get him? I don't know, you have 2 weeks. I mean, that's not a lot of time, but I normally get mine at the last minute. Never mind. A present? I ventured. No, I was probably saying the wrong thing. Yes, I think she was being a bit more specific than that. Tor must have thought so too. He stopped what he was doing and eyed us both warily. After the corner of my eye, I could see that he was obviously inspired by my encounter with Colin. Beside the smiley face he traced in the margarine, he'd been moulding a wobbly, vaguely cat-shaped dollop of gingery marmalade. Yes, I know we've got to get him a present, one said irritably, still not as irritably as it could have been known here. But what kind of present? I mean, it's got to be a special since it's his 40th, and it's up to us to make it special after all. Who else will? I knew what, or rather who, she was getting at. Mum, of course, but I wasn't in the mood to get into all that. It would be nice to do something special, I agreed non-committally. Green will win is always the easiest way to go. Like I said, even Dad knows that. Well, she said, suddenly losing the anxious look, seeming quite chuffed herself, I've had an idea. If you had an idea, then why are you so worried about not getting him anything? Oh yeah? Me doing the talking and Tor just listening, we're both on tenterhooks waiting for this. Whatever was coming wasn't just an idea that we could all kick about and discuss. Whatever Len had thought of was probably going to happen. I thought, she began, and I hate how big these words are. I'm a simple person, okay, Book? You need to be, a conspirational grin breaking out on her face. Don't know what a conspirational means. If you do, please let me know. That we should have a surprise party for him. I don't think he's that kind of person who would like a party, from what I've heard of him so far. Just saying. Right away, I knew I needed to set her straight. Remind her that sweet, shy people like our dad don't really respond to the whole, oh my goodness, all this for me? No, they don't, because I used to be quite sweet and shy. Well, I am still pretty sweet. But I'm still pretty shy actually, but I'm not as shy as I used to be. But I wouldn't want a party either. Oh my goodness, I'm in the wrong part. Oh my goodness, all this for me, all me, centre of attention thing. And I needed to remind her that after 4 years of looking after us on his own, with a little help from Grandma, of course, he hadn't exactly got a lot of time for keeping friendships. Yeah, it'd be a bit of a boring party with no friends around then. The surprise was, who exactly was she planning to invite to this surprise party? Surprise! No one turned up. Sorry, Dad, we tried to have a party, but you've got no friends, so it didn't really work out. But of course, I'm speaking about my sister Lynn, she who must be obeyed here. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, I regretted too. So, she who must be obeyed. Sounds a bit like Harry Potter, but he who should not be named. But this is she who must be obeyed. Awesome. And that is the end of chapter 2. I'm sorry if you couldn't understand what I was saying, because I did have trouble speaking in some places for some random reason. No idea why. It's just one of those days, but oh well. If you've enjoyed it, please click the thumbs up, comment below your thoughts, and also if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. And I'd also enjoy and I would also appreciate it if you shared it with your friends and family if you did like it, just to support me, But if you don't, then that's fine too. Thanks for watching. Bye!